Alright, we're back on the Ark Survival Evolved server, and today we're going to work on Platformosaurus. Now, I had a couple of false starts here trying to figure out exactly what I needed to do to get ramps and that sort of thing on here, but I think I've got it figured out now. And if we take a quick hop up on Platformosaurus now, you can see her weight is 149 out of 661, and that includes me on her back, so that's not too bad. But now what we want to do is actually extend out this platform. So I needed to put a foundation in the middle so I'd have something to attach these ceilings to. But now once I have that, it looks like I can come out this way pretty easily. I think I'm going to do that and that. I think we're going to put a hatch off of the back of here at some point. But that actually gives us quite a bit more space to work with than the standard platform. And if we look at her again, see if I can get on here. Her weight is at 125, so it's a little bit weird how her weight works. I'm not entirely sure that it makes sense to me. But you know what? That's okay. It doesn't have to right now. Let's see if I can get this to snap there. And come on, snap to that ceiling that way. There we go. So now we got some ramps, and that makes it really easy to walk up here and walk back down, and we won't interfere with standing here on the saddle. So what we want to do next is put up some of the things we brought with us. So we've got some storage. We definitely need to do that up here. And I think we're going to try and put that maybe up here on this side, right near the front. So we're going to do one of those, and bring this back a little bit, and another one of those. Come on. There it goes. And another one of those. And can I back up? Yeah, I can back up some more without falling off. And let's bring this back a little bit, maybe right there. I thought that was going to work. That's weird. Okay, it looks like it's going to work up there, but then it doesn't. There it goes. All right, now we're good. Those aren't terribly evenly spaced, but it's going to work. And again, let's check the weight. 101. So it seems like it's actually reducing the weight once you actually place it on her rather than in your inventory. That's good, because if that means that the things that are in these don't add to her weight, we'll be able to really carry a lot of stuff around. So okay, we've got our storage boxes placed. Now let's place some of the bigger things. We're going to place a fabricator and a smithy, and those are going to take up a lot of space. So let's put the smithy, I think we're going to put it kind of out here on this end, like that. And then the fabricator is another really big object, and we want to put this on the end here. It's kind of hard to see with the gamma the way it is. Can we do it? Nah, I don't want to do it on that side. I think we're going to have to get the hatch frames before I can really place that safely, because I want to walk a little bit further out. Maybe I can place it from over here. Nope, I'm going to need that. Oh, there it was for a second. Interesting. Okay. So let's do that. There we go. Now we got a fabricator on her back too. Excellent. That's fantastic. So now we need to get the last couple of things here, which are the smithies, the mortar and pestle, and the campfire. So let's see if we can put the smithies. Where can we put two of those? Probably over here, I think. We're just going to have to put them on this side. There we go. Refining forges, not smithies. So we got 2 refining forges. Mortar and pestle. I think we can place that over here, maybe this way. Where are we going to put the campfire if I do all of this? Maybe we'll put the mortar and pestle on this side and put the campfire over there. That's perfectly fine. And the campfire right here. Excellent. So now we have all of this stuff placed on her back, and we can hop back over here, check her weight one more time, and she's actually down to 77. So once you place the items on the platform, it doesn't count towards her weight. That's super awesome for us, because now we can store a lot of things on her and not have to worry about not being able to move. Okay, so we're going to put some chitin here in the mortar and pestle, because I think we're going to end up making more cementing paste with that. And let's name our items here. So we want probably stone and metal in this one, because we're going to be right next to the refining forges. And then we want wood and thatch. Oops. So wood and thatch. Hide and chitin. And we need miscellaneous. There we go, miscellaneous. Okay, so we had a little bit of thatch. We're going to throw that in here. And our miscellaneous stuff, I think we're going to keep the ramps back in our house, actually. And this is why I want the hatch frame, so I can put a ladder off the back of her, because right now, jumping off of the front Platformosaurus here is gonna, yeah, injure us a little bit. Let's eat some of our jerky here. So we need to make a stone hatch frame and some ladders, and then we're pretty much good to go, and we're gonna start on the rest of our base construction. So if you remember from a previous episode, there's that lovely little hidden lake back here, and we're gonna move her over there and start getting some things in position to do that. So we'll probably do a cut here, and I'll give you a progress update at some point after we've had some more of the base put together. Alright, it's been several hours since the last cut there, and you may hear something following me, and if I turn around, it's our Carno we just recently tamed. So we called him Carno Asada because he's a little bit spicy. But yeah, that joke aside, we've got a few of our dinos over here. We've been using these two for harvesting, and we've obviously got Platformosaurus over here. Gambit we brought over because he's great in the water, and we also tamed Furious Georgia not too long ago. It looks like she's about to level again. So let's have him, let's see, why don't you stop right there. I'm trying to think of a good way to give you a view of what we've done so far, but down here you'll be able to see pretty good. We've got a deck that we built out over the edge with wooden platforms and wooden railings, and we've got some nice stone pillars. I think that's looking good. And you can see the, what is that called? The tap at the top there, the irrigation tap. So it's blue, it's connected to the water, and yeah, it's leaking out from underneath. That's okay, because what happens is when we get back up here, you can see that there's just a little nub of it sticking out through the deck. And that's actually perfect. I think we don't really want a big tap, spraying water everywhere. We talked about maybe redoing it, because it's not very expensive to make the stone pipes, to make it a little bit higher. Right here you can actually get to the tap, you can drink water, you can refill your jars and everything right out on the deck, and it doesn't stand out any more than these pillar tops do. And yeah, I wish the pillar tops didn't stick out quite so badly, but that's where they stick, and that's fine. We're going to go with that. So we have this nice deck, looks great, and now what we need to do is get a lot more stone foundations. So this is I think 10 squares across, and we're going to go back 5 or 6 more, I think. Probably somewhere between 4 and 6 more. So that's 40 to 60 more stone platforms. That's an awful lot of stone. And while we're out here, we've just got some storage chests. This is just kind of where we're keeping random bits and pieces, whatever we collect, and also a bed in case we die, because I've done that a couple of times. One time I got stuck on a tree, and when I chopped it down, it instantly killed me and said, "You have killed yourself." Yeah, that's what I think about that too. Anyhow, we're going to keep collecting stuff. We're going to keep making stone foundations, and we're going to probably do another progress update when we have the base of this all built out, maybe a few walls, just to give you an idea of what the overall structure is going to look like. And just to give you a heads up on the plan, I think over time we're going to turn this area back here into a big dinosaur pen. When we get to level 55, which isn't too much longer, I'm 48 now, I'm about to hit 49. So when we hit 55, we're going to get behemoth gates, and we're going to cover up the entrances there and over in the distance that way and over there with behemoth gates, and then this whole area will be pretty well sealed in. So this relatively grassy flat area on this side will be our dino pen for land dinos, and we're going to build in some other structures here and there. There's a nice flat rock right there we're looking at. There's another nice flat rock over there, a little shelf over there. This whole area is just amazing with good spots to build. Might build a hangar over here, right where I'm standing, because you got a little cliff area. We don't need it for the house, but a little platform hangar where we can store our flying dinos would be pretty good too. And that way, because nothing can get to it from this side or that side or the house, and we're probably going to have all of our land dinos over this way, none of our flyers should get attacked. It should be just fine. But that's kind of where we are right now. We got a lot of stuff and things to do still, and we'll get back with you when we have another update. Alright, we are back on, it's been several days. You might be able to tell my armor's a little different. There's some bright glare there. I'm on Red Wing here, and if we turn around, you can see that, yeah, Sakala and I made a little bit of progress. You can probably tell by the skeletal Bronto that it is now Halloween weekend. It's the 1st of November. Halloween was yesterday, so we still have the Fear Evolved event going on. But yeah, we brought Platformosaurus over here, and we set out the foundation of this in the previous clip. And what we've done then is we put up some walls, and we did the upper story in wood. I think it actually looks pretty nice. I might do some more with this later on, doing kind of overhanging roofs. But yeah, the stone ceilings look really nice in here. The only thing I'm not so super sure about is the way that art calculates what counts as a house. Now, let me go inside real quick and see if I can explain what I mean by that. Nope. Get back in here. In the little pen. There we go. You got a land guy? There you go. Okay. So let's get off Red Wing. We'll come back through here. Leveled up quite a bit putting all this stuff together. You can see that we've got some saddles on the RGs now. And if I come inside here I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but if you're in a house in Ark, you get the little house icon. Somewhere, where is it? Come on now, there it goes. Just on the right side of my screen. Hopefully you can see that, kind of the right middle. Now, right in here in the center of the house, it's like, okay, yeah, you're in a house, that's great. But if I go over here, for some reason, I'm not in a house anymore, and I don't know why. And if I come back over here, I'm in a house again, and if I go too far to this edge, then I'm not in a house anymore. So I think there must be a maximum size that Ark calculates and says, yeah, this counts as a house, or no, it doesn't. Because up here, there's really nothing different. It's all got ceilings, it's all got slope ceilings above that. It's all sealed in, it should all be house. But up here, it's the same way. Right here in the center, counts as a house. Over to the side, it doesn't. And at first I thought maybe that's because of these railings. This doesn't count as sealed in. It's not not a wall, because I like my little balcony over here. And I thought, okay, well, that was weird. But then if that's the case, then this side should still be in the house. And it's not. And I just don't get that at all. So there must be some kind of maximum size calculation that it figures out based on doors or something else. I don't know what's going on, but it just means that when I log out for the night, I need to pay attention to make sure I'm still in that house buff. And if I'm getting hot or cold, I need to make sure I'm still in that house buff. So I think that's really going to be something we just watch for when we log out. I like the way this looks, and the only thing I really might do is make this a little bit bigger by extending the roof out a little bit and giving us some cover. But that's pretty much the only thing I have to do right now. So yep, lots of stuff is leveled up. We've got saddles on things. We got mammoth for getting wood. We've got our bronto that we tamed. We did a lot of gathering and some taming just for the Fear Evolved event. And I apologize I didn't get all that on camera, but it can be difficult to record sometimes. And I think you guys, if you've been playing, you've been experiencing that event anyway. So let's work on her movement speed, because she's really slow. Okay, that'll help a little bit. But Furious George is here for fiber. We've got Bessie can get a platform eventually when we get high enough level. Wooly Willy here can get plenty of wood for us. Triceracop can get all the berries and stuff we need. Thatch. And we've got our Carnos and our other protectors down here. And we did tame one of these spiders, and oh my goodness, is that ridiculously difficult. You have to have bug repellent on. You have to get almost so you bump into them before you can feed them spoiled meat. And if you do bump into them, you aggro them and lose most of the taming progress. And then what I discovered is, even though this one was level 30 when I tamed it, and it got 10 levels from the taming efficiency, because spoiled meat's great, if you look at its stats, its weight is 129, and that is all I have pumped up. So it can barely carry me. So these things really aren't terrific mounts at all, unfortunately. At least this one isn't. But you know what? We can also fix that later on. It's got lots of oxygen for some reason, so it would actually do just fine underwater. Lots of food, and actually pretty decent melee damage. The nice thing is, when you get on one of these things, if you do their right-click attack, they spew webs, and that will slow down whatever they hit. So that's kind of useful as well. So we might be able to use this for taming purposes, kind of slow something down and snag it, especially stuff that normally runs away from you. So that could be potentially very helpful. We'll see. We got Scala on today. Hi, Scala.
Hey.
And I think what we're going to do is do a bunch more resource gathering, do some more building. We want to eventually get a pen put in over here. And unfortunately, right now, the behemoth gates are so expensive you literally cannot hold all of the mats in your inventory to make them. Because we were going to put some gates up here and block off some of the paths. But they're impossible to craft at the moment. There are some tricks I know about, like trying to throw all the materials on the ground and then scoop them back up. And it doesn't count towards your maximum weight if you scoop them up off the ground. And some people have said you can do crafting in a dino as long as you shift click, and you can maybe put everything up on the Bronto and do it. We might experiment with some of that, but quite honestly, if you can't carry the materials in your personal inventory, and it's not supposed to be made in a smithy or a fabricator, then I think that's a bug, personally. I think they got upset that people were using behemoth gates to make walls for their little villages, and they overreacted. So I expect that that'll get changed at some point again. So we'll probably hold off on that for now. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to go gather a bunch more materials, and I will catch back up with you guys again when we're ready to expand. Alright, so we've got some materials, and I need to grab some thatch and fiber, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And what I think I'm going to try to do to solve the issue with our upstairs here is to craft another little floor up there, and I think that's going to solve some of our problems and also look pretty nice. So let's get some wood here. Let's get a bunch of that, and let's do, I think we want to do hatch frames. I want to do probably 2 of those again, and we need to do 4 ladders for those. And then we're going to need to do a bunch of regular flat wooden ceilings. That's sloped, that's regular, and we can do 4 of those with what I've got here. And then I think we'll just take some more wood over, see how many of those I can make. 4 more. I think that's just a matter of being able to carry enough weight at a time to do that, so we'll do that. Come on, there we go. How many more ceilings can we do? None. Oh, must be low on either thatch or fiber when I'm done with that one, so probably thatch. Let's get another stack of that. Craftables. Now it looks like it's good to go. Oops, did I pass it? There it is. 5 more of those. That's going to be better. We'll see how that looks. I might still be actually short. I think that's going to be running out of wood there. That's what's going to be our big hold up. Let's do 12. And let's stop right there for a second. Why can't I clear craft queue? That's interesting. I guess I can't.
On my screen, it looks like you have a little bit of the captain in you.
Oh, am I just standing there? That's funny.
Yeah, you had like one leg up, like your knee up.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, let's go back and drop some fiber in here. And let's see if this is going to work. Now, it may just be, like I said, that there's just too much space between the ceiling, or the slope ceilings don't act right. I don't know what's going on, but let's try this. Let's poop first. That's always helpful. And then, you know what? I don't know if I want to do it that way. Let's hold off on the hatches for now. Let's instead put these out. Like that. Is that going to match up? It's actually going to be kind of opposite the way I want them to face, but that's okay. I guess they don't really have to line up. And you can see here the planks are going vertically, and then horizontally you can kind of change that sometimes by the way you position it. But up here it looks like they're only going to go horizontally. So we'll just deal with that. Now, if I stand under that, does that count as a house? No? Well, that's all right. Let's just keep doing this. And I don't think we even need to see the roof. We might want to put some hatch frames on one of these, though, just so we can get up there. And if we do it on this side, we won't be able to get up there because of these sloped roofs. I'm not sure where I want to put that, because I don't want to have a ladder right in front of the window here either. Let's, oh, you know what? Maybe we can just put a ladder on the side of that. Would that work? Ladders are cheap. If this doesn't work out, it's alright. Can I get up there if I... Well, let's see if I can get up there with just the one. Not quite. Okay, well that's too bad. So there's really not going to be any way for us to get up there without using a hatch frame somewhere in the middle of the room. So we might not be able to do that at all. The other thing I noticed is that this one ceiling tile, if you look up here, that doesn't quite match up. So when we do our extra stone roofs to do the overhangs, we'll probably fix that as well. Okay, so let's put this guy back, that guy back. We'll just come across here. And that appears to be all the roofs we can do. Now, does that change anything over here? We still lose the house? Yeah, we still lose the house effect. So I don't know what's going on with that. But I think, like I said, I might just keep that up there anyway. I think it'd be okay. We don't need to have this be very tall. We could also potentially see if we want to do catwalks up here instead. But you know what? I think having this kind of sealed off right to the edge is going to look fine up here. And it's going to... We don't need to use the attic. It can just be a decorative attic. Alright, so I'm going to keep doing that, and I'll catch back up with you guys again in a little bit. Alright, it's a little bit dark in here. I'm just going to turn up the gamma a little bit so you guys can hopefully see a bit better. I think when I put in all these ceilings, you weren't actually able to put them to the edge just because, you know, they clipped in with the roof. So I think what I might do is just try to put some of these all the way across. I'm just not sure how far they'll go. And then they're just kind of going to look like beams, or maybe we can use them as an attic support. How far can I go with these? Oh, good. I was worried I wouldn't be able to do that without some kind of pillar partway through. So this is actually going to be useful for us anyway, because what we could potentially do with that is put some chests or other storage up there. And like I said, even if we can't, I think this is going to look nicer. And since the ceilings didn't help us with getting that little house icon, that's weird, getting a little house icon, then I think we're going to be all set. I might have to go back and make one more of these at the very end. Oh, there, did it again. Okay, so I got to make 2 more of those, but I'll finish the catwalk off. And then, like I said, that's just going to look nice, and we could potentially put some storage boxes up there. And do I have enough? Oh, good, I do have enough from the broken bits. Can I do one more? Nope. So I just have to make a little bit more, one more trip down here. I'll put that last catwalk in, and then we'll get back to extending the overhangs here in the daytime. Alright, so we have some of these slopestone roofs now, and let's see about, can I get these to place where I want them to place, which is right up there at the top of this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that without being on a flyer. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like it. But one thing we did do was we took out a wall here and we put in the dino gateway so that now we can take like the mammoth or whoever else and roll them right up in here, drop our stuff off. And yeah, as soon as I get the patterns for it, we're going to replace all of these with metal vaults. So that'll be, well, we won't need as many of them, but that'll be really nice when we have that. So let's come over here and see about getting on one of our see about getting over this rock. Okay, now let's see about getting on a flyer. And I don't particularly like the way that these doors get placed. If you look at that again, you can see there's a big gap here, and it overlaps with that one. I don't know why. I think that may just be that when you place them from one side or the other, it does weird stuff. But let's take Redwing out. Hey, Redwing. Let's work on your movement speed, buddy. Let's fly over here and see about putting in these things. I don't know why I say see about. Let's just put these things in. Let's not see about it. Well, nope. If I can do this and actually stay in one spot. You know what? That's probably the easiest thing to do is just land on the roof. Thanks, guy. Alright. Want to place these roofs. Why is this so difficult? I don't want to place it on that. I want to extend it off of this. You know what Art could really use, actually, is a key to rotate things. Because you just have to kind of like keep looking at stuff, and I don't want to do that. I want it to hang over the edge. Maybe I can't do that with sloped roofs. I know I have in the past, though, because I bet if I could do it over here, too. Yeah, I could do it over on this side. You saw it for a second there. Right, there's like a magic spot right right in one of these where I can get it to work. And I don't want to fall off the house, and I know it's exactly what's going to happen. Yep, there I fell off the house. Okay. Maybe I'm going to have to do flat roofs on the top there. Hey, guy, come, let's try this again. One more time. Stop. Well, I know in our first house, in the very first episode, we had them coming off the edges, like over here. Yeah, like that. Perfect. But I thought I could extend them down the... No, I know I did that, because I did it off the side of that wooden house. So that's very strange. I don't know why I can't get these to place here. So I'm going to keep doing some experimenting and see if I can get this to work out. Otherwise, we may have to change the design of our house just because these don't want to snap correctly. You know what? I wonder if I could get one sloped wall to start that, if they would line up after that, because that's why these work, right? They have another one to line up against? Yeah, we'll try that, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute again. Okay, so it looks like what I had to do is extend the wall out here so I could place it and continue the roof line. Now, what I'm worried about is when I take these walls back out, if it's going to destroy that roof that goes with it, if it can hang on there with just the overhang. Oops, come on now. Okay, so it looks like I could do it that way, right, and just bring that around, but I don't like the look of that per se. I think that's a little bit strange, and I can't jump anymore. Let's drop some things that I don't need. I don't really have a whole lot I can drop. I'm gonna have to make a railing at some point again too. Let's just run back in here and try this. I just want to jump up enough that I can break that last one and see if the roof comes off or if it stays attached that way. You know, I really should put a box out on there for temporary work. Let's just put that wall in there. That's probably enough, and then some thatched wooden fiber. Fiber, thatch, and wood. Okay, let's try that again. Because I'm pretty sure if I jump just right, I'll be able to touch that roof and demolish it. Otherwise, nope, I'm going to have to get the flyer again. This is another thing I really don't like, is trying to build tall structures that are tall enough to actually put, you know, more than bumping your head against just height structures. Then it can be a little challenging. And I probably ought to take one of those RGs out instead. Alright, that looks like good news. So we were able to destroy that little sloped wall without breaking all of our roof. Oh man, that's really bright. So I'm going to try and put some of these in here. I know there's a bloom quality setting. Bloom quality. Or is it maybe it's like O dot bloom quality or R dot bloom quality? There it is, R dot bloom quality. That might still be too much. R dot bloom quality 0.2. Okay. That's alright. That looks like it's going to work. So let's put a few of these up here. Like that. There's another one. Okay, so now we've got a little overhang, and that's really what I was trying to get to. And I know this clips that. I actually think that's going to be good when it's all done. I think I might have to do the same trick again on the other side to get this roof to snap up there. But we'll do that again. And you know how it works now. It's just a pain. You got to build up a wall, and then replace the railing. We'll probably do it on this side, build it across, and I'll be back with you guys when we have the overhangs all done. Alright, so let's take a look at what this looks like when it's all done. So now our overhang hangs off the sides a little bit past, and it hangs over the edge a little bit. And I like that this part kind of sticks out. I'm going to keep it that way. And I think on the back side it looks good as well. We get the little bit of a, I think they call it a dormer, sticking out that way. And it hangs over and gives us a little cover, and also hangs off the side. I think that just looks better. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments, if you like that better or not. But I'm going to keep it no matter what you say, so just express your opinion. I'm not going to change it. I think that was a lot of work. And yeah, I know a couple of these still don't line up right, but that's just Ark being Ark. There's nothing we can do about that. It's fine. Okay, so that looks like the housing project done. And I think what we're going to do is probably wrap up the episode there. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. If you do, please be sure to hit that like button. It really helps motivate me to do more videos. If you really enjoyed it, then please subscribe. And there's combat now. Okay. That looks like our Sarco killed a piranha. But like I said, if you really enjoy it, then please subscribe. And as always, I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.